is the bee origin. This one is created by the user known as Drizzo. He decided that there's been a lot of bee origins, but he don't find them any fun or unique, so he made a more unique one, which is both fun and solo and with friends. This is a 2-impact origin. The bee race cannot jump, but they can flap their wings slowly and can be seen gathering dollops of honey from puny flowers. There's also advancements to this one. Lots of noises. And a little cool thing, there's a little addition that you can do with this one. You can also get a resource pack for this origin, which if you pick the data pack that also allows the use of the resource pack, as you can see in my hotbar, you've got a different color hearts of more orange, you've got a honey experience point bar, and you've also got honey pots for your hunger, which is pretty neat. Moving into the actual abilities, we got Flutter. You have no need to jump and flutter your little wings instead. You hold space to flutter. You can toggle the flutter on and off by pressing your secondary key. So, as you can see, it's only holding, it does not do much. So what? Hold spacebar. Yeah. So you hold it, it just keeps you jumping. Press Y, and then you can fly. But keep in mind, if you're not holding your spacebar, you'll fall back down. If you are holding your spacebar, you can allow to fly. This gets rid of your jump almost entirely, because instead you have, when you have the ability off, instead you have a slow jump that has a lot of slow fall with it. So this kind of makes these jumps a little useless. It's basically like a very mini flutter, if you will. So we toggle the ability back on again, which you can tell the ability's on by the wings that are above your hunger bar. You press Y, you see the wing is there now. If you press Y again, the wings should go away. So that's how you can tell what mode you're in. It has a bit of a cooldown for all I can tell there, but now we put it on, we can now flutter. We slowly rise into the air. It's nowhere near as fast as creative mode flight, and this is in creative mode flight because it's effectively giving you levitation too whilst you're holding the spacebar key. And the moment you let go, it disappears and you start floating back down to Earth, which is pretty interesting to say the least. Pollinator. Using your primary while on a small flower will give a random status effect depending on the flower. Each flower gives something different. This is an active ability used with primary key. Currently I've given no information on what the effects of the flowers each give. If you want to know, DM me in Discord and I'll let you know. Let's go through some flowers and see what we get given. Also, we got a glass bottle, which is pretty neat. With a dandelion, press primary lead on there, you get saturation. I believe that was a brief moment of saturation boost. Then if we go back into it, next we have the poppy. The poppy gives you night vision 2 for 30 seconds, which is pretty interesting. The blue orchid, press the ability, we get given luck 2 for 60 seconds. Next we have the alum, which if we just go through here. Next we have the alum, which will give you fire resistance for 15 seconds. Then we have the azure bluette, which will give us blindness for 15 seconds. We move on to tulips, or the tulips will give you weakness 2 for about 20 seconds. Interesting. Move on to the oxeye daisy, will give you regeneration 2 for 20 seconds. The cornflower will give you invisibility 2 for 15 seconds. Wow. The lily of the valley will give you poison 2 for 10 seconds. The wither rose will give you wither for 5 seconds. I mean, that one should be self-explanatory. So yeah, only the small flowers will effectively do something for this ability, which is pretty neat overall. Honey Extractor. If you right click any small flower type with a glass bottle in hand, you can fill it up with honey. So if we clear out our inventory, we get ourselves a bunch of glass bottles. Are they in here? Yes, they are. Get ourselves a bunch of glass bottles, we go back to normal mode, right click on a flower, you get honey from there. And as you can see, you get a bit of a cooldown there, and then you can do more honey milking. Poison Sting. Your punches are packed with 5 seconds of poison inflicted onto any enemies except for the undead and bow spider types. This will have a 15-second cooldown and take away 1 heart of health each time you use it. So surprised we get honey from Wither Rose. The more you grow, extract honey from a dead flower? That's hilarious. I love the advancement. Oh, what? You got a wither rose? Let's just get some honey from it. There's none. How does that work? It doesn't. Unfortunately, this time, we can't rely on the age-old husk. It's a damn shame. We gotta find something different. A cow. Hi, cow. How you doing? Boop. He also walked into the wither effect. And then now, the cow is a one punch. If we come back over here, we get ourselves a new cow. Look at him with his 10 health. Man, big boy just looks at me. Look how you going, buddy. Boop. Oh, that dealt damage. I felt like that hurt me there when I hit him. That's interesting. And now, boom. That's actually funny as hell. Air Affinity. You may break blocks in the air as others do on land. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you're floating, you can break blocks normally, which is pretty handy because a lot of origins with flight tend to forget this little thing, which makes breaking blocks whilst floating a lot more annoying. But you can do that pretty normally here. Good God. Thank you. Be small. Your hitbox and height have been modified to make you slightly taller than a block and the same height as a block if shifting. So if we go into third person point here, as you can see, you're just barely taller than a block, meaning that without crouching, you cannot fit underneath a block. But if you crouch, you can then crawl underneath. Nectarvore. You're a nectarvore, which means you can only eat honey. In addition to this, honey bottles will give you 4 shanks of hunger and 2 shanks of saturation. Basically a little bit of a buff to honey because it's all you can eat, so where is he? There he is. Buddy old pal, buddy old pal, buddy old pal. Do you mind? Thank you, appreciate it. Wasn't enough, bro. Do it again. Oh, and again. Oh, and again. Thank you, appreciate it. That should knock my saturation down, hopefully. Can you still eat cake? We'll find out soon. I want to get my honey down a little bit so I can actually show you. Also, I like the resource pack. So what it does with the honey shanks is it takes away the honey from inside of the bottle and then the bottle disappears second. That's pretty neat, I dare say. Eat a cake. Cool, we can still eat cake because of course you can. But yeah, honey bottles. Now do something useful. Look at it go. Look at that, increase my hunger. Look at it go. Beautiful. Hydrophobia. When in contact with rain or water, you will receive slowness and weakness along with the loss of flight. So, unlike most hydrophobias, this won't kill you, because instead, its aim is to make you weaker. Not only is your flight fully disabled when you are in rain, but you also have weakness 2 and slowness 2 as a permanent debuff. Which pretty much makes it you don't want to be in rain for too long. Rain gonna hurt. Rain gonna be sad. It's gonna cause you all sorts of problems until it goes away. Bye bye rain. And then we can fly again. Look at that go. Fly high. Upon the effect of slowness, you will lose your ability to fly. Wait. So if we just fly up here, just a little bit, I should probably slowness. So slowness for 30 seconds, you can still fly. Huh? Am I dumb? Upon the effect of slowness, you will lose your ability to fly. I seem to still be flying. Bez kill. Bees are much weaker than humans, and the majority of other animals. This will give you 2 less hearts. So yeah, you have 8 hearts instead of the usual 10. Not really going to make a major difference. Not the end of the world. It's not an origin data pack without a few bugs. It really is at this point. Anything's going to have issues, and it is what it is. We don't argue with it.